meeting minutes for 2:20 and 4:09 and have those approved. 'Cause we haven't had those approved yet. So let's go ahead and dig in. I know I've already gone over the meeting minutes. Do you guys need a minute to go over them, or?
Need a minute to go over the minutes.
Oh, no, I did that before you guys got
Okay.
here.
I'm good.
Did you need anyone?
No, I'll motion to approve.
I have you approve the 4:09 and 2:20 meeting minutes.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, get those out of the way. All right, let's get over to our public.
Hey.
Hi, public. Get anything for us?
I'm sure you all know that the floor is getting done in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
We'll work around that this summer, but
Yeah, I don't think everyone knows the dates, but July, right?
July, the week it's going to cure is Old Home Week. So it's like 3 weeks prior to that, it will be done. It has to be stripped and prepared and so on and so forth. Old Home Week will have access to the kitchen, but no one will have access to the gym. About a month.
Okay, so it starts in July and then ends the beginning of August?
The schedule is the week for it to just sit and cure is Old Home Week.
Okay.
And then it should be, hopefully maybe those last couple weeks maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do for summer camp?
So, I mean, because of last year, we were,
Used to it.
Heather and Holly really set us up good last year. We had 2 huge classrooms and made the most of it. And so I feel like this is nothing.
Okay.
And that we're gonna do the same this year. So it'll be different classrooms. I don't know exactly which ones yet. I don't know how many or whatever, but we're gonna be on that side, I believe, anyway. I think she was planning on having us closer to the gym anyway. But I don't have a definite on that. But we're flexible. Yeah. We're just grateful the gym floor is getting done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'll work around it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Couple of questions on that. I don't know if you know yet. I haven't been able to speak with Ed. Do you know if the mural was included?
He said,
I know there's a horse in there.
yes.
Okay, so they did get that in there.
Love that.
Yep, a Mustang, yep.
A Mustang.
And it's the same Mustang that's on the scoreboard, he said. I talked to him last
I
night.
believe it's the same horse.
Okay.
Same horse. That's
And-
on this front sign too, and like we've used it many times.
And did they do the pickleball lines?
That's kind of an issue right now.
Okay, it's no big deal. I wanted to check with them, because the last I knew, during the school board meeting, they were looking into the costs of those things.
And that's the thing. I mean, there is a difference in price, obviously, to put pickleball lines down. I'd love to know how all of you feel about pickleball lines on the new gym floor.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, we don't really have a choice whether or not they get put down. It would be nice if they,
You might have a say. I mean,
We-
if it's like really seriously important, then I'd say so.
So, the way Ed brought it up to me yesterday was like, do you have an interest? And I said, no, because I've tried. I tried. Like, I don't try anymore because nothing ever happened.
Yeah, we
But,
had those things and then we didn't really.
I mean, I bought the whole setup,
Yeah,
including the throwdown lines too. We have all of that. The
What does
nets.
pickleball line consist of? Like, is it? I don't even know what it would look like.
It's so, it would just be additional lines within the gym floor that marks off like the sections of the gym for pickleball, so, and then you just put up the 2 nets.
So is somebody wanting, is there like,
Well, that's a big craze right now. A lot of people want to play pickleball, but
Yeah.
apparently we can't get anybody in Madison that wants to instruct, or at least, volunteer their time to instruct. We met with the Tamworth and Freedom rec directors, and they've started, well, Freedom's working on it Tamara started it and it's taken off like crazy. And like they're looking at a $5 drop-in fee.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if it could.
Most people charge now because
Yeah.
it's so popular.
The North Conway Rec Center has it too.
Everybody
Because every time
I've talked
cheer
to,
there.
North Conway, Ospey, all of them, they all have it. And they all say it's very busy, in high demand. I just don't know if we have it here, but yet I'm like, I don't want to regret not doing it either. But it is, it's a cost, and it's more lines on our new beautiful floor
So that's my
that
question.
we may never use.
What's wrong with using the throwdown lines? From a coaching standpoint and a referee standpoint, putting more lines on that floor when you're trying to coach basketball,
It's confusing.
Yeah.
Right,
it's doable,
Right.
but it's not fun.
Yeah.
right.
That I was you have the throwdown lines, right?
Yeah. They're not fun to throw down. They're not easy, I guess.
Are you?
That's what I pictured is,
At a different time?
and no, it's not like that. What'd you say?
Add the lines at a later time, or does it all have to happen at once?
I'm sure it has to happen at
And there's
once.
probably
I'm sure
layer
there's-
upon layer upon
Yeah.
layer of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like stuff on
Laminate
top of
on
it?
top.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, you don't do it. If you do, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess where we don't really have a program right now and just, being on the school board and looking at the cost and all of that, I don't think it's anything that, we need to specifically push. I'm glad that they got the Mustang in the middle of the floor. Like,
Yep.
that's super
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
So,
And I know the colors. It's going to be like a sand, like a wood sand. The name is a sand something. I forget what he said. And then red exterior, but it's not like a cherry red. It's like almost like a maroonish red.
Kinda
and
like our
then
chairs.
black basketball lines. So that will be cool with the 3 free throw, all of that. And then the Mustang in the middle. Yeah.
yeah. And so, because we're on the subject, I want to talk with you guys about that, being at, the school board meeting and them discussing this project. One thing that came up was, them painting the gym and what that would look like, and adding black paint to the back top of the wall. They want to paint black. So there's some things that they cosmetically want to change there. And I asked Ed if we could kind of have a seat at the table when discussing that, because, and Jim brought up a good point, is like, it is a community building, and it would be nice to kind of have the rec highlighted a little bit more within the walls of the gym. So I just asked, can we all sit down together and take a look at that? So I'll see Ed in a week or so, or I mean, I can call him, but he was happy to get with us when they have their next meeting.
Yeah, so another thing, they just made this new committee of a few of the school board members that are now in charge of that kind of stuff, the gym, the awards stuff that we've been talking about, the banners, all of that gym stuff. And so it's off of Heather Woodard's plate, which is nice.
Can I just say that committee's been in existence for many, 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 many years.
Okay.
It's just doing it.
I had no
It's just
idea.
coming
That's awesome.
forward and doing what they're intended to do.
Good, yeah. And is it just the 2 guys on there right now? 2 people? Or is it like,
That I'm not positive.
okay.
So,
But it's a building committee.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Ed and
Right.
Jeremy
yeah,
are part
okay.
of that.
They just haven't been active, but
That's
the
awesome.
committee itself has existed.
Yeah, good. Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. So, and we have like someone to go to for that instead of
Right.
Heather all the time,
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
So,
All right, that sounds good. That's exciting.
yeah.
Now we just need them to blow out the walls and get some bleachers, and we'll be
A stage, yeah.
We just need an addition.
Yeah,
And why don't we just get a lunchroom?
right, all of it.
All right. Holly, did you have any?
So the painting of the black, I don't know if you realize it's for drama reasons. If you painted that whole back wall
Okay.
when you're filming a curtain in the spaces, it's awkward when you're filming and there's just,
That's awesome.
So, we don't know how it will work or if it will even happen, but that's the reason is, so we
Yeah.
have that whole black curtain and the black whatever, it'd be beautiful in my
Yeah.
tech portion and lights and camera.
Yeah. It's a great idea.
Yeah, and it's not the whole wall. It's like only from, because I was like, oh, a black wall,
If you
like
do it
that's gonna
right,
be
maybe do it
really,
right, like put it in
yeah,
a frame, make it look,
Yeah.
Right.
make it look like
Yeah.
it's not so bad.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
the reason. Because we don't have a stage. If we had a stage, we wouldn't have to worry about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Pull out the back wall and put a stage in.
Right.
Stage, bleachers, and another, and a lunchroom.
Yep.
Big dreams.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, we'll go to discussion items. I just wanted to throw on here because I know we talked about this at the last meeting, so, and I know it's hard to dive into some of these things, so one question I did have is, if we're collecting payment for sports or summer camp, how are we doing that? Because I feel like to safeguard ourselves, that we should be, like, I believe as the treasurer, you would want to be sending out an email, like, this is due, or you're past due, unless, I feel like,
Done. Invoices are sent out.
okay, so the invoices were sent out, but what about, do we have an area that, we do have an area that tracks, like, who paid?
Yep.
But who's the follow-up point to go out and say, hey, you know,
Me.
okay, so you just, from email, just resend those?
Yep.
Okay.
So I shared my registration, my summer camp registration. We actually started this with softball and t-ball this year. Before summer camp came along, we decided to this little bit with t-ball and softball. So I shared the registration forms that everybody sends me when they sign up to Mike Brooks as the town clerk. He has all the names of the people that are signed up. Then I've created a little column for him to say, so-and-so paid by cash, this amount. So-and-so paid, check number, this amount.
Yeah.
So-and-so paid, whatever. And then he gives me a paper that's like a receipt, but it's more for the rec. He also gives them a receipt as payment too.
Yeah.
And as a parent, I've done both. So I paid and gotten that receipt and then seen, obviously the other stuff. And it's been very good. And I've talked to him multiple times because I was worried it would be too much to add on to his plate. And he actually offered to do it.
Yeah, that's nice. It's good. I was there. I actually spoke with him today. He was confused by the summer
Field trips.
and the field trips. But he was like, literally, you had responded to him. So that seemed to work itself out. But he said it's been.
I went in a couple weeks ago and I'm like, are we still friends? Like, is this
Yeah.
still good? He's like, yeah, it's been great. So as long as he's on, on it with me, we both see each other. And actually, as I was texting him, he popped up and it said, Mike Brooks. So I can watch him edit, he can watch me edit, and it's great. And so far, so good. So we started that with softball, t-ball. Everything's been great. And then I said, are you ready for summer camp? And he's been taking that on. And we've had 2 people pay. Amy was the first one. For summer camp in full already. And invoices are sent out. I made them using Canva. And then, so we have a copy, they have a copy.
I didn't even know Canva could do that. That's cool.
I didn't either.
Did anyone ever look into the the app?
Yeah, we did look into it.
Okay.
It's gonna have to be like, I think we're gonna have to really take a deeper dive towards the end of this year and maybe do one of the demos. Because I do think if we could implement that, especially how much our sports programs have picked up, it's really like a no-brainer. It's just, can we afford it and, and wrap it into our budget for the following year? But yeah, thanks. Keep reminding us, because we have to, when we create our budget for next year, we gotta look
We'll
at
have to
it.
put that on it, yeah, because we just can't do it this year because of that. But didn't we say like it depends? The cost isn't just a baseline. It's like depends on
On
our
how much
revenue.
you get.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And I think when I was looking into it, the prices started pretty low, but I just don't know like what
Yeah.
low compared to the size would be.
Right.
So
And
Yeah.
I think that's when we spiraled into, well, we don't actually make anything as a rec committee. So how do we, it got confusing.
Yeah, yeah,
I know it's tough because
tough.
it doesn't look like
Yep.
we do, but
Right.
we do.
yeah. Okay.
Multi-levels.
And then the rec website you were able to gain access to?
Yep.
How's
Yeah.
that going?
Good. I got
He's a
in.
rock star.
Yeah,
Yes.
got in last week.
Like immediately.
Got the summer registration on the homepage, but really I just want to know kind of what like level, like if we want to do schedules, if we want to do scores, if we want to do again like new pictures, some of the stuff that Heidi sent, we can get some of those added, and then if there's anything like that we want to maintain that I shouldn't remove. I know we've got some kind of like older references. But just kind of what we want to have on there. If there's again like wishes, things that we wish we had on there, I can definitely work
The
on.
sports schedule is a big one.
And
Having on
it's
the
such a
website.
pain though because it's like
We schedule games at
I keep sending out
As we go.
reminders to the rec directors like, hey, how's that schedule looking for us? And I mean,
Yeah, but we can at least put what we know now.
the only
then,
thing is
are
I
you
don't
able to
know
add
until like
easily?
the last
Yeah.
minute sometimes. But how could we add him to like our sports engine as like, could he be an administrator like I am
you can
on
add
there?
them to all the teams. Yeah.
And that way you could see everything as it becomes. But it's just one more thing.
Is
for
it
him to, like-
easy, I know you said last minute, but is last minute like a week in advance?
Usually a week or two.
So that's good. That's not bad, because I feel like, would
Yeah,
that
once
be
I get
okay with you?
it. Yeah, once I get it set up, it'll be very easy to just add new games. That's
Okay.
it.
And especially if most of them are on there.
Yeah.
And then if one pop up here and there, I
Yeah.
can't.
Yep.
I mean,
and
you've got
updated photos
the
sounds like
next
a great idea as
the next
well.
3 weeks
Yeah.
are scheduled out.
Yeah. No, I'm done
yeah.
scheduling now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you, well, we can talk about this more when we get to summer camp, because I don't want to mess up our agenda, but if you have any theme weeks at summer camp or anything, like, that would be neat to kind of highlight on the rec page, so then if anybody wanted to like donate towards it or join in, like, we could just have it there.
Right.
It's a really cute idea, Sherry.
So,
Or if it is theme week, so the parents will know
yeah.
what the theme is that week.
That is, I'm already working on a calendar for summer camp. Summer camp will be better with a schedule. Because, right, like I could show you. Because I wanted to give one to the school too, so they would know when we're here, when we're not. Because with transportation and all the other programs, it's all a little, it's kind of all over the place, but it's winding down. Like, we finally got our final transportation dates in, I was waiting to hear from couple of other programs that we wanted, because of the Doge stuff. It's been tough to get the programs scheduled, but we're still working on it. So yes, I will have an actual calendar to hand out to parents for summer camp, and so I can definitely give John one.
Okay. And I think updating the pictures, that would be great. I don't know, Heather, I know you get a lot of pictures at the games and stuff, so if you're kind of doing handoff to him, he can,
I told him to look on Facebook.
I can take everything right off
Okay.
Facebook or
Everything
Instagram, wherever it is.
do for the rec usually goes up there.
okay.
Yeah. That's what I do for the column too, like the town column. I'm always like, just look on Facebook, it's all there.
Do you have anything for T-ball on there?
No, we haven't had a game.
Oh, okay.
Been canceled.
I know, the rain hasn't been.
Did you get into email?
I did.
Okay. Were you able to get into the docs at all?
I was. I found the spreadsheet for the volunteer information.
Okay, cool. So, good job, guys. So proud of all you.
Go on.
Adam? You collected all the inventory?
Not
Yeah,
yet,
we
no.
need to do
Not
that.
yet. No.
I-
We've been up there
Okay,
twice.
take that back.
And it's, a lot of it needs to go. We've
No, I
been
know.
up there twice. I went through it for about a half hour one day up there by myself, and it's gonna take a day,
Yeah.
a solid day to put it all together.
Yeah, so, and if you guys want help, like, just send out a note, you know, obviously after, like, a little bit later after work, after we get dinner done, like, something like that, or if it's a Saturday morning for the
It might have to
morning.
be a Saturday morning thing, right? Or a Sunday morning thing.
Yeah.
I'd love to have whoever wants to come because it's a big job. There's so much stuff up there.
A lot of it needs to go, and that's the biggest thing. We're storing
Yeah.
baseball cleats from
Right.
1985
There's
still.
even like what?
I-
Hockey stuff too up there.
Yeah,
All right.
Like ice hockey?
Cleat.
Yeah.
Skate, yeah.
there's skates up there. It's wild.
Yeah.
Okay. So bring pickup
I did
trucks.
have a discussion last night about just opening the door to us doing something about the shed space. Because we're sharing with the wonderful Madison Garden Club, which has been fine, but the more we grow, the more stuff we get, the less room there is in that shed, and it's cumbersome for the coaches to get in and out to get their things. So at some point next year, we're gonna need to upgrade what we're doing out for outside storage at the field.
Okay. That's good, like stuff like this, like the rec, connect, and then like shed space, to just have in mind before we submit, you know, what we need for money the following year. And, speaking of that, I wanted to bring something up, let me just put an X next to your name for not completed.
That's fine.
I'm just kidding. Oh, did you know what we volunteered you for?
No. What did
don't
you
remember
volunteer,
either.
You're gonna love
volunteer me
it.
for?
So we figured that you would be really good at doing
Does
the
it happen from May to October?
fundraising efforts, you know, all of that type of stuff. So we just kind of put your name in there for
You know
fundraising.
so many people.
I have 37 weddings this season.
Listen, it can be in between, you know,
Yep.
all your planning, your
Yep.
kids, your weddings, but no, there's no, you know,
Okay.
no pressure. I will not put a box or a check next to your name, okay?
You did vote yes for the minutes, so
Fundraising efforts?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want, so what does that entail?
Ideas.
You want ideas and steps on how we can make them happen?
Yeah.
Basically?
Yeah, definitely the steps, because throwing ideas around and not actually actioning them, like, we need to you need to give us
Making a plan to put them in
steps.
action?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we got all that. And this is one thing I didn't put on the agenda, but kind of goes in line with what we were talking about, needing extra space in the shed and so on and so forth. I don't know if I mentioned this at the last meeting, but we met with the Freedom and Tamworth Rec directors, and Tamworth did something that was so cool, and I almost would like to look at what we're spending in busing for summer camp compared to what they did. They rented like 4 vans for the entire summer. And that's what they're using for their summer program. So that might be something I think according to them, it was cheaper than doing some of like busing and stuff. So and they also told us that those vans are available. So if we wanted to kind of join forces and do things together with like teens, that they would have those available. So we are trying to make some sort of teen event happen. Whether it just be 1 or 2 movie nights, like going to the drive-in, or doing, you know, something in one of the gyms. the Freedom Rec director offered up their gym, in like making popcorn and just doing something for the teens, so.
Those vans, as in their vans they rented, are available if we want to use them when they're not, or as in the company that rents them has more of those vans available?
That.
Yeah,
Yeah, you said, yeah, to
What did
both.
our bus total come in at?
when she said that, I was
Let's
saying.
see.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I think I have a per trip.
I was really hoping I was gonna come back and you guys were gonna be like, we bought the bus.
Yeah,
Heather is going to get her license.
we've moved to vans.
I'm available.
That's the thing is most people you hire, most people you hire for the like counselors could probably drive a van. So vans make sense.
It's that responsibility piece and then the
It's the insurance.
Insurance.
Right. True.
That's why buses cost so much.
So there's a breakdown of each trip. So going to the lake, $150. Silver Lake. Going
Both
to
ways,
Fun Town, round trip.
round trip.
It's better than last year. Going to Funtown, $425.
Is that through Butler?
No.
And these guys are smart 'cause they just lease these vans for the summer. So it's not like they bought them and they're theirs. Although it would be nice if we had a couple of vans.
So,
but
yeah, most of the big ones are like for,
It's still going. Okay.
oh yeah.
Wow.
Interesting to price compare that.
I know.
That would-
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had people willing to drive it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You're at almost like 5K.
Which is, we were at 6,700 last year.
Put headphones on them.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen
Be
this
interesting.
on the email.
Books on tapes.
How much? 100?
No talking.
How much 100?
I think we were around 6,500 or 6,700 for transportation last year.
It's just under, looks like it'll be just under this year.
So it's a little bit cheaper this year.
Okay.
Vans.
See?
But we've added the $3 fee per child per field trip to cover
Oh,
those.
good.
However, I don't know what I was just gonna say. Totally is gone.
It's about $100 discount from last year per trip.
Oh, the insurance thing. That would be, we would have to get insurance if we
Good
rented.
question for Tamworth, like, what do they have for insurance? Like, what?
Yeah, that's a
Or
good
does
question.
the lease cover it? So that they're leasing it through.
Oh, hi. Eva's outside. Oh, why are you limping? Okay, we're good.
She's being,
You can drop off your stuff right here. And then go outside.
Yeah. So, I mean, it'd be good questions for Tamworth, like, how did you do that?
'cause I know we've talked about this before, but rec is insured under
The town.
The town.
the town,
Just check on her real
It's the
quick.
same as
which covers
school,
the kids.
but
Primex.
I think it's Primex.
Yeah.
We're all Primex.
We're all
but
Primex.
Would
It-
that- would that cover a lease vehicle?
I think it would, we could definitely cover a leased vehicle with our current coverage. It's a leased vehicle hauling children that might be the question.
It'd be worth checking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, I wonder if it's anything different than the regular bus.
It wouldn't be, but the town doesn't have coverage for that right now because we don't transport people.
The bus company covers it. That's why buses are so expensive, because
Oh,
of the
okay.
insurance.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But I still feel like the bus is cheaper than a van.
Oh, well, we'll find out. We don't
Oh,
need to
we'll
waste
find
any
out.
time on it. What
Yeah.
did you,
Yeah.
oh, you're already talking to
Then
somebody
you
in
have the
Tamworth?
flexibility of,
Find out what they pay.
Yeah, yep, yep.
Okay, and so, and I know that you still want to do something for the teens.
Yep.
You know I'm all in. Just let me know what you need. Drive-in sounds fun.
Yeah, I think they would love that.
Freedom didn't sound like they had many kids, but yet they were interested in
Yeah.
participating whatever they had.
Yeah, they're like, use our gym,
For
do whatever,
something.
you know.
Yeah.
Let's do some mini golf or some batting cages or some
Yep.
drive-in.
All right, let's go to, so I know we've already been talking about spring sports, but are there any other updates that,
Not really. We had to order some stuff. Bats, helmets, both softball teams needed new visors. I just ordered both teams face masks, because that's becoming a thing. And then, and actually, I'm sorry, back up, those are donated. So,
So both teams got them?
yes, from a family of a softball player. So thank you for that. And then, yeah, T-ball had the same sponsor again this year, so they got t-shirts and hats. 2 teams, black and red, same coaches. I think the major concern with, I mean, we just talked about it though, is the shed, and there's lots of keys floating around and lots of stuff disappearing or being borrowed, and then our teams don't have it, so it's not fun. But
It's not a matter of theft, it's a matter of everybody around here uses that equipment, whether it be us or Cal Ripken or whoever may have keys to the shed that coached in the past and borrow equipment, and
Right.
they pick up their stuff and they don't realize they have one of our bats, or they borrowed the bats for Cal Ripken and they had a game on Friday and they don't bring it back until Tuesday, but we had T-ball on Saturday. That sort of stuff happens quite a bit. And
We're gonna
it's
have to
always-
tag our stuff.
Well, it's always been a standing
put one of those in.
verbal agreement with Cal Ripken that equipment is available to them. But we're getting so big at this point that
Yeah.
I don't know if we can continue to do that.
No, that, I mean, and this stuff is expensive too. I think, I think on some of that newer stuff we should, or on any of our stuff, like at least even like put like a sticker of some sort that says Madison Rec or something, just so we can easily identify it.
Or have like some sort of sign out sheet or something so we know where the stuff is if we have a game.
So I was
a
gonna
softball
say that,
game or
yeah.
something.
We have a lot of, like, if I have a lot of wedding inventory I'm doing, and we have hundreds of people that come and go and come and go. And we have a sheet, so you do have to write the date and what it is that you took out.
I'm not saying everybody will do that, but
Correct, but
At
if you
least we
have a
know where to
clipboard
go.
hanging with something to write with, it makes it your chances are a
Even
little
if
bit
they
better.
just forgot to bring it back, you know who has it.
Right,
You
so
can
you
call
know
and
how
say,
to
"Can I go-
call them
can I
and-
grab this?"
yeah.
I'm on my way to get it.
because you hate to have last minute be at a game and not have catcher's gear.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I
that's huge.
hate to be a stickler, but I would lean more towards our own shed with a separate key.
Yeah.
And sign outs for the key, and those
Yeah.
people are responsible.
Yeah.
It's too much. We had 2 bats for T-ball last time they practiced with 25 kids.
Yeah. So are you leaning more towards like maybe next year we should start not like loaning out the equipment?
I feel like we shouldn't anymore, just because we have T-ball, we have softball, we have soccer, we have all of our own things going on, and I hate to be that person, but we need our stuff.
How, for T-ball, is there like a certain bat you need?
No, they're just smaller, significantly shorter than.
I have a few T-ball bats I'll donate. They're fairly new too, so.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
buy
I
some,
mean,
so that's
Yeah,
good
I
to know.
went last year and bought 6 of them, and we have 2 left.
Yeah, that's not good. All right. Well, I was thinking on the shed thing, maybe right now we could start fundraising efforts for the cost of a shed.
See, you're already working.
Lumber and nails and stuff. Maybe a
And while they're
handyman
at
or
it,
2 to build
Do a
it.
couple for a Gaga pit too.
Yeah.
Oh, you just really pushed it now. You want the Gaga pit too.
What, no, we
A few
could,
more boards.
we could get a picture and like laminate it and say like, this is what we would like to do. We're raising funds for this, and maybe even have like one of those little meter things, like this is how much we've raised. And I think people are visual, so if we just try to tell people like we're trying to raise money for this, like the PTO did for the playground.
Yeah.
Like when people are visual, so
I think that little thing that you were talking about it will help a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So combined with your efforts, we will get
it
there.
in no time.
Okay.
Just me walking around weddings with like a can.
Put a picture of
Sherry's pictured on it.
Yes. Me next to a shed.
We'll get it in no time. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Highlighting that.
All right. 5K, we had to reschedule, which Adam was definitely the weatherman because I was like, this is unreal. There's like no rain right now. So we did reschedule it, or we haven't set a date yet, but I think our best bet would be the 31st, which is a Saturday, or we could do the 1st, which is a Sunday. I'm fine with either. I tend to like Sundays of like down days of nothing, but
I agree.
you know, getting groceries and stuff.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about those dates?
31st works good.
Is there a T-ball game?
Yes.
That's the only issue you're gonna have on Saturday is a lot of sports in the morning. So maybe Sunday, I know everyone likes to go down Sundays, but Sunday might be the better day for that.
So Saturday,
didn't
yeah,
think of that.
there's definitely a T-ball. There's T-ball pretty much every Saturday until June 7th.
All right, so
What time is T-ball?
10 a.m.
T-ball's usually until, 11.
10 to 11 or 11:30.
Yeah, there's like a lot of, I know like even like the high school has practices and stuff like that on Saturdays in the morning. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yep.
no, it's good, yeah, because I mean,
Unfortunately, I'm gone all weekend, sipping pina coladas on the ocean, but
well, I don't understand why you can't just reschedule. but- Just kidding. That's fun. All right, so let me think here. So let's all think, like, what do you guys think? I'm definitely gonna need help setting up, so if there's T-ball and people can't be there to help set up,
I think Sunday, June 1st.
okay. I'm fine with that. I guess I can do my groceries later.
So, all right, so June.
Is that fine, Heidi?
Yes. I might be really sleepy because I have a concert and then I have a wedding and then. Bip, bip, bip.
Is the concert at the wedding?
No, it's on
Oh.
Friday. And I come
Is the
home to do a
wedding.
bartender wedding on Saturday.
Okay, so you'll be fine.
I'll be good.
You'll be fine. Sunday.
I might be sleeping, but that's okay.
Sunday fun day.
Just let me take a nap.
Okay. Do you think you're?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good for the
Fine.
first.
You just seem like you're. I could say anything right now. You're so
I
easy.
know my schedule.
Yeah,
as
you're
long
so
as, as long
easy.
as I'm free, I'll be there.
Yep.
You'll be at a wedding.
Yep.
You'll be sipping.
On June 1st, you'll be in a wedding?
No, I go back the next morning.
To clean up, yeah.
Oh,
Brunch, pack up all the rentals.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, my weddings are Thursday through Sunday. They're not just Saturday.
it's open.
Yeah. No. I understand.
Just keep it posted in the text with like if you
okay.
get stuck, please just tell me that you need something.
Okay. All right, so let's plan for June 1st, and I know a couple other people that are willing to help. We did have quite a, few people reach out to me at least and ask, when are you going to reschedule this? And the only other thing I want to mention about the 5K is I am a little bit worried about where we're having it. And the reason I say that is, I don't know if any of you guys have gone up lead mine lately, but it's not easy.
Running, like,
Yeah. Lead mine is like, it's a lot. I feel like it's for like some sort of Tough Mudder or something.
it's not a tough mutter.
It,
I mean,
Then,
people
there you
walk
go. Pretty
5Ks.
and stuff it is.
I feel like
I
you're
was
either
down there the
walking
other
it or If
day.
you're a runner, you don't
We
care
can
how.
switch it to a muddy runner.
Oh,
Mud
okay.
runner.
Mud runner?
no, I'm fine with, I mean, we could keep it there, but
Yeah, but the
5K
people
with
that are
parkour.
running,
They're pretty extreme usually.
yeah, they're extreme, and
True.
I feel like the people that are walking are just
It doesn't
fine
matter,
with
they're
walking.
walking. Yeah.
okay. Okay. We'll keep it there. I mean, because I like having people go to the foot.
already, so.
Yeah, don't
Well-
change too much.
I like the thought of people going to the foot, and that whole area will be nice, but I was just I drove it that day to pick out where we should have like water stations and the turnaround point, and it's like, wow, this is doesn't stop. Like I'm going up and up and up.
Oh yeah, it is pretty far.
And even when I turned around to go back home, it still felt like I was going up. So. Okay.
Well, that's not possible.
She was a little confused on which way she was going.
I'm not 5K ready.
No, whose idea was this anyway?
Yeah.
Micah inspired
provo-
me.
Well, if you said that you were going to do it, you need to run it.
Yep.
No, I never said I was running.
You're in it.
I did not say I was running. I said I was signing people up.
This is great. Okay. Old Home Week.
Old Home Week is August 2nd through the 10th. Oh, wait. So June 1st is our day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same times? Like
Yeah.
same, yeah.
Same.
So what time were you planning on being there?
9 in the morning.
Okay.
If you could get there for 8.
Yep.
So, really? It's 2 seconds from my house.
I know, that's why I said 8.
you'll be the only
You'll
one.
be there at 9.
Don't worry, I'll be late, right, Heather?
That's why I said 8 for you.
You and me.
You'll get there for 9 if I say 8, so.
Just make sure you don't let Heather run home for anything.
Whatever. Are you going to run home?
Then I definitely won't be back.
I need to take a break at Heidi's house.
Right.
I need to take
I'm excited about Old Home Week because while I was doing the minutes, I loved you talking about the town-wide yard sale. When you thought of that, were you thinking about doing it that week during Old Home Week? Or
I
were you
think it would be
thinking-
neat to do, yeah.
I think it'd be awesome.
I think it would be way more attended that week.
So we could have people pay to set up like little tables.
Does the church already do a yard sale that day?
They do.
May Memorial Day. Do
And
they do
Labor
one then
Day.
too?
But
No,
during the
October.
Opening day of Old Home Week, do they not have a yard?
I didn't think so.
I thought it was Memorial Day and Columbus Day weekends, twice a year. We can check with them.
In the past, they used to do some,
Okay.
but maybe
I don't
they
have the
switched
schedule.
it to that.
I don't have the schedule.
I can find out. Because the girl I work with, her mom does it.
Like Saturday? No, that's
Are you
right.
thinking about like a at the fields townwide yard sale? Or
No,
like
I
everybody's
was
just signing up with their
thinking-
addresses?
Yes. Like
Yeah.
you did, like you said with the Christmas stuff.
So even if
At your own
the,
house.
Yeah, like townwide. Everybody
Townwide.
does it.
Right.
yep, so even if the church does have a thing, that could be one of the
Not
stops.
all going to the field.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have somebody set up a map that they can access on the website where they know where all the yard sales are,
Yeah.
that
Yep.
kind of thing.
So you register just kind of like the lights theme.
Yep.
We could set up registration. That was not just online, right? People could go to the town hall and register.
Oh, I think it was
was
just
all
online.
It was all
It's a
online?
Google form.
All right, so we could do that, a Google form, and then Joy knows how to make the little map.
Yep.
And so, yeah, so
Yeah. 'Cause
who wants to be in charge
still
of
doing
that?
Do you,
Sherry, it was your idea.
my question is, do you want to do it on a full weekend or just one day?
Well, whoever is hosting the yard sale, you need to make sure that it's not interfering with whatever's happening at the field too during those
Right.
times. Because then they're gonna give up those activities
We
to,
meet June 6th. Old Home Week meets June 6th, and that's the date we're gonna finalize our calendar.
Okay. I mean, it's gonna either be the weekend at the beginning or the weekend at the end, and the event, like, you have to figure, like, not everybody's gonna attend all the events at Old Home Week, so it's like kind of a come and go, you know. But I think it should probably be Saturday and Sunday, because if I'm setting up a yard sale, I at least wanna be able to keep it out for 2 days, you know?
Yeah, so maybe we should just figure out when the church one is, so we can run off that.
You want to make sure you're not keeping people from coming to the Old Home.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I would say
Home having a yard sale.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
the last weekend, which is Saturday's Beanhole.
yeah.
At
So the
night.
first Saturday kicks off with the community
Yeah.
fair at 9 a.m. and the Madison Church yard sale at 9 a.m.
Oh.
That's the
First
first Saturday. The next Sunday is pancake breakfast, blueberry bake sale, book sale, and whatnot, church service. And then we end it with Saturday, nothing to the afternoon, cornhole, beanhole supper.
Beanhole
And then
supper.
Sunday is the cleanup and the lucky duck race.
The second weekend, what do you?
The second weekend would be the weekend to do it, and that's for personal benefit. Because if people are out driving around, maybe they'll actually stop at the field and buy some of the leftover beans and food.
Right.
And they won't sit in the fridge all
So
summer.
wait, we can put those, we can put that on the stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
the
that's a good
last
idea.
weekend.
Okay.
Don't work their appetite out.
So that's last year, right?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, but it's
So-
always the same.
But I think it's the 8th. Yeah. Oh, it's right here. Yeah.
It's on, gonna be the 9th and the 10th,
Perfect.
August 9th and 10th. So I was asking Mike today when I was at the town hall if you guys had come up with a theme yet, but it doesn't sound like, no theme yet.
No, if, it should be June 6th. When we finalize the calendar, we'll have all that information. Most of our focus at this point, until we get to after Memorial Day, is the Memorial Day parade and breakfast.
Okay. And I know, let's see. Now, we wanted to do carnival games during, and which weekend do we want to do
Way
that?
too long last
So,
year.
the only thing is, so we have the softball game usually on Monday night. If we do this yard sale, I say we could skip out on. I know we talked about it and it's fun and we have all that stuff to use, but it might be too much for us to do all of those things, right? I don't
Heather,
know.
we're not gonna actually be doing the yard sale.
You could be.
I mean, unless we want to stay home and do our
I
own
was
yard
planning on
sale.
bringing my stuff to your house and setting up.
And not
We
only
could do
that,
that.
that's when we're
The
going to the
community
beach.
fair, I always wondered why there wasn't
way
more
it
for like
doesn't
kids to do at the
sell.
fair. I mean, I don't even know if we can do like craft tables or games or something at the.
So we don't want to do the fair?
I just wanted us to think about it all because we have a lot that week anyway.
Well, you're in charge of the softball game.
Okay.
That's your obligation.
And I won't be here that whole week, so.
And
poor
I'm on
plan on your
vacation that whole
I
week.
don't even know if I'll be here that
I'm
week.
on vacation the whole week too.
This is what happened last year, and we all
Right.
realized
No, wait,
that.
guys.
When I say that, I mean I'm on staycation.
When we met last-
I take that whole week off to do Old Home Week stuff. So if you need anything,
When we met last, we knew these are the dates.
Does it have to be? Does the softball game have to be that Monday?
yes,
Yes.
sure does.
What
Sure
are you
does.
doing?
It's my brother-in-law's 50th birthday.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to wash your cat or something? Like what?
No, I'm going.
Do you need me to run a softball game?
Maybe. I mean, I could plan it and just maybe not be there.
Well, there's not really a lot to plan. It's just a
be
family.
back by
We show up.
Wednesday.
We start at 5:30. Whoever shows up,
be there.
you throw them in.
Right.
It's not a huge deal, and we usually move the snack shack.
It's usually raining.
I'm just gonna need you to give me a 60-day notice if you need me to block the day off.
Do it.
I mean,
now.
I bet you John can do it.
Block it.
Monday? Monday the 4th, 5th?
He said yes.
I just feel like that's up his alley. He would love it. I mean, I'll be there to
Heidi likes
support
softball.
you.
I do, but I'm going to be on vacation.
You can't come home for a day.
No. I'm not flying home.
You're not. Okay,
Don't tell everybody.
so John and I will take that on.
Oh, look, Megan,
Megan.
you're out.
And, if Megan needed a 60-day notice.
I
just told
gave
me,
it to
just
her.
gave it to me.
I said, book
Okay.
it.
So see, we have it.
It's a Monday, so I'm
got it.
around.
it.
No, and I'll help plan.
Amy,
I just
it
won't
does make me
physically
sad
be there.
Because I do love
you in?
a good softball game. It's so fun.
I should be able to, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the evening?
Yeah.
Okay.
But again,
Yeah.
Like 5:30.
Old Home Week is
It's
so
either
fun.
5:30
No, I
or
love
6.
Old Home
Yeah.
Week.
So fun.
Yeah.
It is fun.
perfect.
I ran it the first year, but the first year we had a wreck. But now I'm in charge of the snack shack during the softball game.
Yeah,
so
you did burgers. They were awesome last year.
Who ran it last year? Was it me? Was it you? And
It rained.
Adam did it. But then ran the snack shack. And it poured. It's poured
Yeah.
the last 2 years.
which is great. Everybody had fun.
I guess my point though is like, okay, so Saturday the 2nd is the craft fair. We could do this, the carnival then, carnival games then.
I just think it
if
brings more
anybody's gonna be
people.
here.
Or if we do the craft fair, if we do the craft fair, we can have the children build something at camp and then sell it
So why-
at the craft fair.
Right, so when we talked about this last year,
yeah.
I brought it up too late. Yes, have the kids each week, whatever their theme is that week, they're making something that has to do with that theme. They have their own table at the craft fair, and they're selling things for $1 that they made throughout the year. And it gets them involved, it's on theme, gives you something to do for rainy days. Like, why not? And then it will pull more people to the field for the craft fair, which will just help everybody out.
The only problem
As
with
a whole.
that is I'm keeping these kids busy this year. They have 3 lake days and a field trip day, so there's really only one day for crafts and
You
games.
do crafts at the lake.
Okay.
Paint rocks. Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes.
Or Sherry also mentioned at last week's meeting, or last month's meeting, or 2 months ago, that she wanted to do birdhouses with the kids. She was going to come in and do birdhouses with them.
But we couldn't get the stuff donated like we tried. We tried to get it donated.
John, do you like build birdhouses?
And like, giving these kids a hammer and a nail.
This is where I draw the line.
Yeah. John, do you have plans for the summer?
Actually, I would take a day off to do that. That'd be fun.
So did you, what were you talking about? You said you asked somebody to donate or something?
She did.
We did. We tried Home Depot and Lowe's.
And it was a no-go?
Correct.
What about
You have to
we
fill
got
out
something,
forms
but it
and
wasn't-
it
Yeah,
was a
because
whole
they're
thing.
corporate.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's like smaller
Yeah.
places that might be more apt to.
What do they need to donate? Like wood?
Well, are you
Are we making birdhouses?
gonna know how to cut the wood
You
and?
want birdhouse kits?
Yeah.
Oh, you want it kids, because then it's like, what are we gonna find 30, we're just gonna get like 30 little hammers for tiny hands? Like, where are those gonna come from?
Thank you. Right. And nails.
Well, you do
I
it in
mean, it's a
shifts.
lot for-
Granted, you can do it all in shifts, but still.
So I just want to take a step back and read this. Old Home Week, August 2nd through the 10th, 2025. Heidi recommended that we do a summer kickoff carnival games.
Why are you throwing me under the bus?
Because now you're on vacation. And you did
I didn't mean to. Oh, man.
Anywho. So back
All right,
to my original
so-
comment
So who
about
takes
let's
those
not
notes
do
anyway?
too much if we're not going to be here.
No, wait. We need to. Heidi's not going to be here. She's going to be on vacation. She invited me. I
Softball game.
respectfully declined.
She'll be there.
So I will be there.
Oh, you'll be where I am.
Be there. Like,
When you
conflict that
have
day.
your themes, will you send them to me? And I'll just do a little brainstorming?
Yeah.
On my own, okay.
So we're going to do a yard sale.
Yes.
Yard sale
And
and a softball. And if summer camp is able to come up with some crafts, we'll
Right.
do it.
If not,
I would leave
then-
it at that.
I
Okay.
wouldn't plan on it though. Just in case. That's all I'm saying.
What if there's small little crafts?
When Heather has her themes, I've requested that she sends it to me, and I'll just kind of do some brainstorming on my own to see if I can think of something that can be done at picnic tables during lake days in shifts
Yeah.
Okay.
with children.
Okay.
Because I think people will love that.
All right. So that's a nice little segue into summer camp.
Yeah.
Heather's keeping the kids busy. That's what I'm hearing.
Very busy. We are going to be so busy.
So busy they can't do crafts.
Right. No time for crafts. All right. So here's my little calendar. So cute. So June looks like this. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, I can definitely read that.
Yeah.
I can't even read it.
What does it say, Heather?
So it's just like what we do every day. So, but yeah,
Heather,
we are
just
going
sum
to
it
put
up.
our themes there. Swimming lessons. Green Mountain Conservation Group, we're in the works with them, trying to get them to come in the afternoon after enrichment, school, summer enrichment. And then obviously, like I said, the lake days. We are gonna have themes. Our head counselor has like a binder of ideas and wonderful things that she wants to do with them.
Who's that?
Our head counselor is Remy Snowden, and she's a
How
dream.
lucky are you guys?
We
That's
are-
great.
We're very lucky.
Okay.
So she's really taking the reins and doing, like, planning out all of that stuff. And actually, our other counselors have a lot of experience too, and they're just as excited and have a ton of ideas, and so it should be really good. What else? You guys made me think of something.
Yeah, I heard Megan whisper that, how about a car wash? That's a good,
We did talk about a car
That's
wash.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you do it
Make-
last
make
year?
money.
It was the year
We did not. We did the year before,
Year before.
and we said we missed it last year. And so this year we're going to book it quicker, sooner.
That's good
And
fundraising.
definitely have it. It was a good fundraiser, and the kids loved it. We did lemonade, and I think parents, like, if they wanted to bake something and bring it in, we could sell it, kind of thing. But it was awesome. We did it at the Madison fire station, and it was great. Not a lot of, setup and prep. It was pretty easy.
Low cost.
Yeah, yep. Back to, so ESY, on those days, ESY/summer enrichment is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this year. And so at noon on our lake days, which depending on the week, it's definitely Mondays, but it's either a Tuesday or Wednesday, their buses are gonna bring those kids again to the lake. If we're at the field, if it's a field day, then one of our counselors will come over and get them. Probably me. We'll come and get them and bring them back over to the field. Or usually we take a lunch break, so we'll stay here and do that. And then that's when, like, Green Mountain Conservation, I almost said Rifle Barrel.
Bring them in too.
Conservation group is gonna come and do like an hour and a half with the kids. And they were here last year, and it was awesome. They did like experiments and different nature things, and it was good.
Are you well-staffed?
Yes.
Counselors?
That was gonna be my
Yes.
question. How are we doing? How are you feeling about how many kids this year?
Kids were kind of lower than normal. Well,
And you have your
we're good, but
your staff is all secured.
yep.
Great. What did you end up doing
I
this
have
year?
about 25 kids signed up each week right now, and we can have 40. So it's a little slower. Last year it was like out of control. This year is a little.
yeah, but I bet as things wind down, you're gonna have a lot of people
You're
that
definitely
are,
gonna Flynn.
yeah.
Did we open it up to kids from out of Madison last year?
Okay, that was one of my questions. No, we didn't.
You couldn't.
We couldn't.
Because we didn't have room.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we had a huge wait list last
I
year.
had a couple of the Freedom parents ask about like that stuff.
We did too in our
as well.
email. Yeah,
Okay.
some of them emailed.
Maybe they're the same ones, okay.
Nothing against anybody else, but I feel like if we were going to let other kids in, Freedom would be the town to do it with, because they're the town with the least amount of things for their kids to do, as
Yeah.
far as like their rec program's really small. They don't have summer camp.
Right.
And
Yes.
we've always had a relationship with Freedom. I mean, when I was in school, we were playing baseball as a unit. It was,
I'm fine with it. I was just hoping to open it up to our kids first
Yep.
and then
Yeah.
see how that went. Yeah, but I wanted to ask you guys how you felt about all that, because,
Yeah, and I think maybe making an announcement that might be that would be happening.
right.
So the local kids
get
are like, oh, I need to get
Madison.
signed up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think do a push after Memorial Day.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would think.
Well, and swimming lessons is going to go out then too, so I'm hoping between the two that will get people.
But I do think after Memorial Day that everybody will have their plans finalized by then.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's one thing
And
to
if somebody
consider.
were to have, like, say their nephew staying with them for the summer, are those children allowed to attend camp?
Technically, they have to be a Madison resident.
So I'd have to
So we
adopt
have-
said children
Yes,
in
you
order for
would.
them to be able to
Yeah.
attend. Okay, got it.
No, but we have a lot of kids that I don't recognize their names, and they're just summer.
Summer kids.
Yeah.
They own summer homes here.
Residents,
Their
but they have a
grandparents here,
resident.
too.
They're not like the Airbnb kind of thing, but they do have a residence.
Past where a grandparent takes kids for the summer. and
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
we did,
Yeah.
didn't we have one
I
child
think
last
we
year?
did.
As long as it was a resident who was signing them up.
Right,
That did come up last year.
yeah.
I think if it's a resident that's signing them up and taking responsibility,
Grandparents
that.
taking it for 3 weeks.
Yep.
not Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yes, we had one last year. It was just the one that I can recall.
Yeah, and I know in years past we have had that.
Yeah.
But I do think last year we had so many people sign up that we had to say that the kids that actually resided here full-time were first. And
Right.
then,
Which is reasonable.
yeah,
But we don't have that trouble right now.
right.
And I think we're nearing, what do we have, 5 weeks left, 6 weeks left of school?
4.
4.
Yeah.
I do know there's more offerings for programs like Saco Valley Gymnastics up there. They're offering like a summer camp this year. There's a few more places offering summer camps. So it might have taken a little of the, pressure off some of the other programs in the area.
Yeah. And I mean, like, ones like that, though, I think they're only like 2 hours a
No,
day.
they're full days this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the older kids. Doing like a ninja program and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's neat.
I would say that in the next couple days, we push Madison to sign up and say that we're gonna open it up to other people because we could use a few more kids.
Yeah, even if we open it up like June 1st or something, give Madison another 2 weeks.
Yeah, but at least if you put the word out sooner than later, people
Right,
are going to
they'll
know
get
that they
going.
can make those plans too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how though, but we have so many people that are like, oh, I missed that, or I missed this, and I don't understand how they're missing it. If they go to our page, everything's there.
It is, we do a pretty good job. It's everywhere. I mean, Holly puts it in their newsletter for us.
Yeah,
It's on
yeah.
Facebook. It's
Honestly,
on our
But
page.
there are people like, oh, I missed the sign up for T-ball. Like, how?
it's information
Everywhere.
overload, to be honest with you. There's just so much going on all the time, and when you have kids in multiple, like, schools, it just is like, everything is just coming at you all the time, I say the same thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, Micah, you're graduating? Like, I didn't even know there was a graduation for 8th graders.
Yeah, it's crazy right now.
So it just, I think it's information overload. But,
And if somebody's not on Facebook or doesn't go on Facebook very often, I know it's in the newsletter, but if they,
Nowadays, I feel like that's where everything is.
Yeah.
If you're not on
I'd
social
have
media,
to look
that's
it
fine.
up. Like,
But
I'd have
that's
to
where
look
you're
it
gonna
up.
go.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where I went for the softball games.
Yeah.
And then otherwise, I'll see other things that will pop up from the Madison Rec page. I'm like, that was 4 days ago. I wish that popped up on my feed before then.
Yeah.
But you're just so busy, you're not necessarily thinking about everything.
Do you need anything for summer camp?
no, you have to go out.
no, should be like 5. I'll sign you out.
Thank you, Amy.
So are you all set for summer camp? Is there anything you're still needing? Anything that needs to be done?
Well, I really would love to schedule a weekend with you guys and our summer camp counselors to go upstairs and figure out what we want and don't want and what we need and don't need.
What about like, last year we had like an Amazon wish list.
We have that,
Okay.
yep,
Okay,
that's
maybe I
in
should pay
progress.
attention. Okay.
No, it's not posted yet,
Okay.
but it will be, yep.
Well, I'm just thinking of
Yeah.
like water or,
Yep, all of that, snacks, food pantry does a great job with, my gosh, they give us good stuff.
yeah.
Summer camp starts on the 23rd.
Yes.
And we can store like the water and stuff like that in your office.
Sure.
Have you been in your office?
No.
Yeah.
What about Saturday, June 7th?
Sure. Saturday, June 7th.
for the going upstairs thing.
Yeah. I don't know how much time I have that day.
The only
but I have
thing
time.
there might be, I was gonna ask the counselors, I meet with them next week. We've already met once, and we're gonna meet again next Monday. But there is a training for their summer camp counselors that they can go to with the New Hampshire Rec Association.
I lied.
It may cost money though, I have to look into it, but I've heard it's awesome. And
That's
it's a good
neat.
way to train the summer camp counselors to do it.
To be counselors?
To be counselors.
What a
Yeah.
great idea.
I've heard great things, but I think it might be, I don't know. I haven't looked to see how much it is. And if that's something, yeah, I don't know.
Can I change my recommendation to Sunday, June 8th?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think it's a one day kind of a thing. I said weekend, but a one day.
I can't go June 8th.
So I highlighted this so we could come back to this. What I don't know what the space looks like, so what does it entail? Like, what do you feel like you need for bodies, and what's the process to get everything out of there?
Dumpster.
We did
Open up
that
a window?
We did that. 2 years. It's still this bad. We hauled 3 truckloads of garbage out of there, literal garbage. What's left now is stuff that we probably don't need, but we felt guilty throwing away.
Yep, okay.
So, but, I mean, basically, if we had 4 or 5 people to just pick a corner and we had totes to organize with, it wouldn't take that long. But we need to figure out what's gonna go and what's gonna stay. Right now, it's a giant open auditorium, basically, and the center of the room is just littered with everything from Halloween to Easter. Halloween's on top of Easter. It's not organized at all. We have a ton of stuff, but nobody can ever find anything because it's buried under a different holiday or a different sporting equipment.
And if you had, like, storage bins, would that be what you need?
That's
Is that
what we
your
need.
solution?
Yeah.
Storage bins and probably some more shelving to organize it.
Are the things that,
How does that get paid for?
That's something we can probably pull from the rec revolving fund if we needed some shelving and some totes, because it's not in our budget.
Okay.
Sorry, gotcha.
is the stuff that is up there, is a lot of stuff you want to throw away? Or can you donate it to?
I think there's some stuff up there that can be donated and some stuff that needs to be thrown away still.
We could probably put a table, I don't know if we could put like some of that stuff out front, like for free, and if nobody takes it
Right.
the next day, just throw it
Then
out.
you get it, right.
Definitely.
Yeah, you put together a table for sure. You
But
never know.
we don't leave a lot of stuff in the shed through the winter. Soccer balls and basketballs, any of that stuff doesn't stay out in the cold over winter. Not that that room's heated well, but it is heated better than the shed.
Yeah.
So we really need a spot we need a shelf for basketball, we need a shelf for softball, we need.
Uniforms, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
It really won't take long, seriously, especially if most of us go. It won't take long.
I don't think
No,
it's
if
the
we
taking
had-
long, I think it's the getting the.
Getting the
items.
shelving and getting
Yep.
the totes and.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you do have shelving, it will be like so much easier just to pull something out and then put it back on the shelf rather
sure.
than piled up.
Are you thinking like the metal shelves, like the ones you put together kind of thing?
Yeah,
Put them right in the middle?
just like the ones.
Because there's no
that-
more wall
Plastic
space.
ones.
No, the ones that Miss Janet has, those wire racks where you
Yeah.
can adjust the
Yeah.
height.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. Okay. Those are expensive though.
Those kids cracking me up.
We can get a cheaper version, I'm
Yeah.
sure. But
Right, yeah, and you can get the plastic ones too.
Okay.
Why don't you, can you work on getting what you need and then tell us?
Yep.
Okay. Does it have to be a Sunday? Do weeknights work for people or no?
Weeknights, yeah, certain weeknights are fine. Thursday nights are easier for me, but Saturdays are soccer from now until the end of time.
I just had a thought, like so Juneteenth, like the 19th is on a Thursday, and I think a lot of people have that off. What about if we all met like Wednesday evening and tried to do it?
I might need
Do
it
you
sooner
want to
than
go
that.
to your
Because
kids'
that's just
graduation? Yeah. And then the 19th is the first day of no school, so I'll probably be on the boat.
Well, and I need it before that because then summer camp starts Monday after that. I need this done like sooner than later.
Oh, okay.
So like
I'd
June
be good at
5th,
something like this if you just.
Oh, June 1st. We have nothing on June 1st.
I will still be at the ocean, Heather.
She will be at the
I can do
5K.
June 1st. The one day I can do.
Why don't we do it?
I seriously can't.
Can we do it? 18th?
Wow.
Of June?
Nope, that's Father's Day. And Sam's graduation party.
Maybe we can get dads to help out.
What's everyone doing this weekend?
I'm out. Yes, but I'm out.
Soccer.
I could do it Sunday, like
Storyland.
Sunday evening.
This Sunday?
Yeah. Like 3 to something.
That's fine, actually.
It is a Storyland day though.
Are you going to Storyland?
Me, on
Yeah.
this Sunday the 18th?
Yeah,
Do you have any
No,
kids?
we have fishing derby in Freedom, way better than Storyland.
okay.
And that's from 8 to 11, so I have the afternoon off.
Can you see if you can get the items and then just shoot us
Yeah.
all a text?
Yeah, I'll see what I can come up with. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to come up with shelves and toast before this Sunday anyway, so I'll see what I can come up with and then,
I am available during the week too, at night. Most nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm much better during the week.
the
Especially like after 6.
13th
Seriously,
on
like,
Friday, Friday the 13th,
yeah.
we could probably like. Are you gonna? Is it like Hayden's birthday? Are you gonna tell me?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
I need help with scheduling for my kids.
Graduation practice.
I mean,
Graduates on the 16th.
Oh, thank you.
I will take it. I will find shelves and totes, and then I will pick a night, and whoever can come can come. I
Okay.
can do a lot of it myself, but
Great.
calling it out is where we really need the help.
Well, and again, I mean, we do have the
Let's
counselors.
bring
I was
the
going to
girls.
ask them if they could come
Bring
and
Annie, bring Morgan.
help.
Of them.
But I'm also thinking that if you
Team building.
are going to do that, maybe you should do it on a day that the dump is open, maybe.
Well, I can, yeah.
Wow, this is just getting more
good
and more
idea.
complicated.
Well, if you're
That's
gonna.
not-
I think we should just leave it all up there.
The dump's not an issue. I can always have the DPW guys haul it to the dump when it does open up.
Okay.
So if we move it around, they can throw it in the truck and haul it over for us.
Can they come to my house too?
Because there is a dumpster, right? Yeah.
That easy.
Okay, great. Summer camp though, so you have 25 kids, you can go up to 40. Did you end up doing 3 part-time, 3 full-time, 2 part-time? Or did you?
There's 2 full-time, 4 part-time.
2 full-time, 4 part-time? Do you have any returning people this year, out of curiosity? Are you allowed to say their names?
2,
I think I have
3?
1.
No, Rachel came back, right?
She's kind of a fill-in. She's going to be a sub, yeah.
So
Her and
Rachel and
Mr.
Courtney came
Doonan.
back. Yes, we can say their names. They're town employees.
Yeah.
Rachel,
Rachel and Courtney came back.
Rachel and Courtney came back.
Sarah is not coming back, but she's.
Sierra Charles is she used to work at Tamworth Rec. Remy used to work for Conway Rec.
Pumped about Remy.
Sarah DiMartino is a full-time.
You guys have Sarah full-time? Sarah and Remy?
I'm loving it.
I'm signing up.
Yep.
It's gonna be the A team.
And then Molly Arnold. Arnold.
Yep.
Her daughter.
And then
She's
do we
part-time.
have Sophie doing swim lessons?
Sophie's doing swimming lessons.
Great.
The weeks are a little nutty, so it's either a Tuesday or Wednesday, and I think they're alternated right now. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know. It's just the way it worked out with transportation. So,
Great.
but she's flexible to do that. So, if we have overflow with swimming lessons, Sarah has offered to get trained. I don't know if she'll have time at this point to do that, but
Of course she offers.
she offered to get trained to certified to teach swimming lessons.
Cool.
And that will go out very soon.
Is
I was
all of
kinda
our children
waiting.
added in those numbers?
If you've signed up, so no. Our children are signed up.
Adam, yours?
Yes.
I was the first one to sign up for
was.
summer camp.
He knew when the link was going.
Dang.
Yep.
She was sending the link out as I was
So
on my
really,
way
there's
home.
27 kids.
27 children. Got it.
Unconfirmed.
Except for that 1 week,
Right.
Old Home Week.
Yeah.
I mean, my kids are gone for a week too, but the way we did the discount this year kind of screwed
Yeah.
me, so.
Right.
7 weeks at 700 or pay for the
Yeah.
8 weeks and get 700.
Right.
Didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hayden has expressed some interest in maybe a day or two, so.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
We'll have to chat about that.
Okay.
I know. Anything else? Do you guys have any more questions for summer camp stuff? No?
I would just like to know if, as adults, if you were to attend a fundraiser to possibly raise funds for, let's say, like a shed, what would interest you? Would it be an adult-related thing that has food and drink? Is
Yes,
that more appealing
that's
to you?
fun.
Yeah, like a
than
country dance.
I would love that. At a barn?
on the list last year.
Oh, at a,
Yeah, a barn.
A random
A country
barn.
dance
miscellaneous
with cowboys.
Okay, with
You can get
cowboys.
Morgan Wallen there, that would be lovely.
And I don't want to
Or
beat a
Luke
dead horse, but the
Combs.
cornhole tournaments work well. Like, we had the cornhole tournament here last year or the year before, and I only had 10 people show up because it was indoors, and we were in a smaller area.
We still did good.
made, I think, $500.
Yeah.
When you do it for Old Homes Week, does that go into like the Old Homes Week fund?
Yes.
I'm all for cornhole. I think it would. It's like there's a lot of
Do you need
people
to-
around
does it
here
need to be a
that.
country dance and cornhole tournament in one at, let's say, a barn?
Sure.
That's great.
That
I
sounds
mean, we can
amazing.
also, if we're not looking to lease a space, we have the field, and we can apply for a waiver for adult beverages. But
But if we had a space.
If you
But if
had
we
a
have
space
another
to
space, then we
use-
don't have to lease, yes.
Okay, all right, got it.
And we could look at maybe we could look at cornhole on Friday evenings at the field. Like,
So they pay to register. Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Is that,
Yes.
okay.
How much do they pay to register at Old Home Week? Is it 15?
We do 2 different games now, so it's always been, I think, 10, and then we do a high stakes game the second time around, and I don't remember if it's 15 or 20. Not high stakes, but higher than normal.
Oh.
Okay.
So my husband and I go to cornhole, and a lot of places do charge 15, just an FYI. 15, 20.
Yeah, I think when we
I'm
did
excited.
it, when we did it in here, it was $10 a person, $20 a team. And I think it was close to $500, and it didn't seem like that many people really showed up, but people donated money just coming in to watch. People
Yeah.
were dropping money in the bucket. You were there.
I don't remember the one inside.
yeah, I was there.
Maybe it was just Sherry, but anyway.
I have been to the one outside. But
Well,
$500, that's quite a bit for a fundraiser.
Yeah, and the team that won, like, basically gave the money back to us, donated their winnings back to us.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need them to come again and win.
All right.
I don't think that's happening.
That's awesome.
Okay. So we're done.
Motion to adjourn.
Oh.
Can I take a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
You can motion?
I can.
Okay.
All right.
Who's the second?
John.
John.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. We're adjourned.
Thanks, Kasha.
You don't have to call anymore.